Hello student, in your C programming, next topic is flowchart. What is flowchart? Flowchart is a graphical representation of an algorithm. Graphical representation of algorithm we can call as a flowchart. In your before class, I will make a video about algorithm. What is algorithm? Algorithm is a step-by-step instruction. Step-by-step instruction we can call as a algorithm. Flowchart means it is a graphical representation. How we can represent the data or program. That one we can see in a flowchart. Flowchart is a graphical representation of an algorithm. Flowchart is a graphical representation of an algorithm. Graphical representation of an algorithm we can call as a flowchart. In a flowchart, we can program are often used as a program planning some tools, and we can solve the problem. It make use of symbols we can use to the flowchart. It means which are connected among them indicate the flow of instruction and the processing of one to another. We can use some symbols we can use to connect the one flow of data to another flow of data, or we can we can use the symbols we are connected among them to indicate what are the flow of instruction or information we can processing it. That one we can call as a flow chart. In the process of drawing a flow chart for an algorithm, we know as that one is a flow chart. Whatever the flow chart we can use to draw the algorithm, that one we can call as a flow chart. Flow charting. Flow charting means the process of drawing a flow chart for an algorithm is known as flow charting. Process of drawing a flow chart for any algorithm is known as the flow chart. What are the symbols we can use in your flow chart? I will explain them now. What are the symbols we can use? What are activity it will be? We can do it in a flow chart. This one is the flow chart symbol. Flow chart symbol. What are the symbols we can use in a flow chart? Means this type of symbols we have. This type of symbols we can use. This one is what are the activity we can do it in this symbol. Means this one we can use means this one is the input, this one is the output symbol we can have in a flowchart. Rectangular box we can use means this one is the processing. What are the program we can process, that processing time we can use this symbol, rectangular symbol we can use to. What are the activity we can make? Processing is we can make it. This one diamond shape. This one is the decision we can taken here. This one is the decision taken. Next one is this symbol. It will be represent the procedure or subroutine. This one is procedure or subroutine. This one is procedure or subroutine symbol. Then this flow symbol we can call as a flow lines. Flow lines. Then this symbol we can use means this one is the start of the program or the terminate the program. Terminate the program or start the program. This symbol we can use start and the terminator symbol. This one. Circle we can use means it is the on page connector. This one is the on page connector. On page connector. And our last symbol is this symbol we can use in your flowchart means this one is the off page reference. Off page reference. What is flowchart? What is flowchart? Is a graphical representation of an algorithm we can call as a flowchart. In your flowchart means we can process and drawing the flowchart for the algorithm is known as flowcharting. Then program we can use to program some planning tools or symbols we can use to make the flowchart, or we can process the or flow the information. That symbols we can use in a flowchart. What are the symbols we can use in a flowchart? These are all symbols, and these are all activity we can do it in a flowchart. These symbols we can use means this one is input output. This one is use means rectangle processing. This one is decision. This one is procedure and subroutine. This one is flow lines. This one is start terminator symbol. This one is on page connector, and last one is this one we can use in a flowchart means this one is the off page reference. In your we can represent it in a flowchart. Before class I will make video in a algorithm, and this one I will make a video of flowchart. Now what is the difference, or what are the simple algorithm we can take and how we can represent in that algorithm, we can how to represent the flowchart, or how we can return the flowchart we can see in this example. I will take one small example of algorithm and flowchart. I will do it now. I will take a simple algorithm. I will return simple algorithm. First, I will take one program, write algorithm to add two numbers entered by the user. I will take one example, addition of two numbers. I will take an example of this algorithm. First steps we can do it in, we can first start the program, start. Step 2, how we can represent the algorithm means we can represent in a step by step. You can write a program. So we will declare now. Second step is declaration. Declare the variable. What are the variable I will declare? num1, num2, or I will take a sum. This one in your second step. Third step is read the value. Read the value means we can represent, and num2. Then step 4 we can add the value num1 and num2 and we can, what are the data we can got in a m1 n1 and num1 and num2, we can move on to the sum num1 plus num2. This is your fourth step. And fifth step, step 5, is displaying the sum. Displaying the sum means what are the output we can got. That one is the fifth step. And the last step is we can stop the program. That one is this type you can return the algorithm. What are the question you got? First you can analyze it, how we can return the algorithm. It will be, algorithm means we can return in a step by step instruction. We can make it. First we can start the program, then we can declare the program, after we can read the program, after we can add the program. I will take an addition of 2 numbers, so I will add the program. Then what are the answer we can got, it will be, we can display the program. Then last step, 6th step, we can stop the program. This is your simple algorithm. How we can represent it in a flow chart. Now I will return this algorithm, how to represent it in a flow chart. I will return now flow chart to add two numbers. How we can represent in a flow chart this algorithm. First we can start the program, then we can declare the program. It means we can give an input. What are the input I will give? Input num1 comma num2. Next we can read the value, or we can declare the value. How to declare? Sum is equal to num1 comma num2. Then we can print the value. Print sum. We can print sum. It means step 4. We can represent it here. Print sum. Then we can end the program. See it now. First we can start the program, second we can declare the program, then third we can read the program, or we can step 4 we can initialize the value, or we can declare the value here. Then we can print or display the, what are the output we can got. This one we can print it here. Then we can stop, means we can end the program. This one your flow chart. This one is your algorithm. How we can represent the algorithm in your program. How we can represent the flow chart in your program. This one is the addition of 2 numbers. This one also addition of 2 numbers of flow chart. This one is the algorithm. I will take one more example. I will take on which one you want. I will return flow chart of, I will take one example, flow chart example. Start, enter the person age. I will enter the person age. What are the age he will have or she will have, we can mention. Then we can find out his age is greater than equal to 18. We can check here the condition, we can check it here. The condition will be check it here. Here his age is greater than equal to 18, or less than or equal to 18, or equal to 18. We can check it now. Then we can display the eligibility is display your not it means here we can S means we have a greater than 18 means we can represent it in a one more display you are eligible to vote. This one is the, if you have a age of greater than is equal to 18 means yes, display what you output will be display your age is above 18, so you can eligible to vote. Otherwise this condition will be wrong. It means no means we can display what are the output will be displayed, you are not eligible, you are not eligible to vote, then check it now. The condition will be S means is directly here stop the program or quit the program or print the output here. Otherwise this condition will be wrong means one more condition will be, we can check this one is eligible or not. This one is your flow chart of your age of greater than or equal to, you are eligible or not for your voting. This is your flow chart of voting of eligibility, eligible to vote. This one is the example of that one. Next example, if you want means I will give us some example. It means how to we can declare the third variable. We can read just two variable x and y. I will take on to read the value. By how to declare the third variables, everything I will make a video. Now I will give one example of the type algorithm. I will return. First step 1 is first we can start. Step 2 means first we can read the value x and y. Step 3 means we can declare the third variable. Declare the third variable. Third variable I will take a z, and next I will declare it z equal to x, x is equal to y, y is equal to z. Z value will be equal to x, x value equal to y, y value equal to z. We can declare here. Then next step 4 we can print or we can display the value. We can display the x and y. Next step 5, this one is stop the program. How we can return in a flow chart this program. Here I will return. First we can start, then next we can read the program. How we can read? Next we can read x and y. Next step we can declare the value. How to declare the value? We can check this one is equal to x or x equal to y, y is equal to z. It is value will be equal or it will be changed. We can check it here. X is equal to z is equal to x, x is equal to y, y is equal to z. We can check it now. Check it here. Then we can write or we can display the value here. Write x comma y. Then what are the output we can got? Then we can stop it here. We can take it in a 10, it means here I will take 10 z also we can take means z is equal to 10, x is equal to 10, y is equal to 10, equal to 10, or 10 equal to 10. This type of answer you can get means that one is the program third variable. We can how to represent the third variable means we can use the third x comma y comma z, three value we can use to take and we used to write a program. Three value we can have a same value means this one is the right, otherwise we can change the value means this one is the not right. We can check it in this type of algorithm under the flow chart. Thank you.